Hi there, thanks for joining me today. I just want to go through a few things in PowerPoint, and this is brand new in Office 365. There's some cool things going on here. PowerPoint used to be not my favorite choice of vehicle to do presentations in, but now with a few changes, it is my go-to tool again. And one of them is this morph transition. So it's a really simple thing where you can take a shape and make it move as I transition from slide to slide, and it looks beautiful and really swish. It's very easy to do. Basically all I'm doing here is I'm putting an object, and this might be a 3D object, on the page. I'm duplicating each slide, and then I'm just applying this transition called morph. You can do it with objects, as we've just seen. You can also do it with words to emphasize your message. So again, all I'm doing here is just changing the words around and changing the size, and the morph transition takes care of all of this sort of stuff here. So you can see this kind of thing that you're seeing on the screen looks absolutely professional. It's fantastic for a presentation, and it's very easy to do. Okay, morph transition. Now if I go back to my slides now, I'll just show you how it's done. So if I take this slide here, if I right click and duplicate it, so I get the exact same slide here that I'm working with. If I then just take this object, so the same object that I've embedded in here, and this is a 3D object, so I'll just move this text over here. Okay, and let's just move that around a little bit. There we go. And I'll just make sure that in the transitions at the top here, I've got morph selected. Okay. You do get some effect options over here, whether it's objects, words, or characters that are going to do the morphing. And you saw in that text I did last time, some of those were words that were moving, and sometimes when you saw all of the letters moving, that was characters. But here it's objects. So if I just go back and select my original slide and watch the slideshow from there, I'll just hit the transition. So you can see it's moved around a little bit and the text has moved. So that is the morph transition, making your slides look really pro. So the other thing I wanted to take you through here is if you go up to the insert menu, there's a few new things here. The one I wanted to point out is 3D models. Okay, so if you go 3D models from online sources, what it will give you is a whole bank of models of 3D objects that you can now insert into your PowerPoint presentation. So if I just choose space, for example, you can search up here as well, so you can type a keyword. So let's just go for our curiosity rover there and click insert. PowerPoint inserts the model in here, and I can now resize that. And this bit here in the middle allows me to just turn that model around so I can view it at all different angles as well. Okay, so it looks amazing for the animals and the creatures and all, anything that you saw back there. You can look at it from any angle you want to, and it looks fantastic on the slide, this 3D model. And again, with the morph transition, you can do great things where you can turn the model around and look at it from different angles as you transition from one slide to the other. So that's inserting 3D models in PowerPoint. Last thing I wanted to show you in PowerPoint here is if you go to the recording tab, what you're able to do is record your slideshow. And so let's record from the current slide. So what I can do is I can actually make a recording of my slideshow as I'm going through it. So I'll just show you what that looks like. So here's what comes up on your screen. Because you're presenting to an external display, what you see in the middle there is what you see on the external display. But I get this display here, and I can then hit record. I get 3, 2, 1. So now everybody, we're going to talk about virtual reality, augmented reality, and these are the things that are the latest in computing at the moment. So I can go through my slideshow. What I'm able to do is also select a pen here at the bottom, and I can draw on my PowerPoint slide as I'm going through here. So this would be a lot easier if I have my pen with my mobile device sitting in front of me. I can also have my face hit down there in the corner, which I'm currently using at the moment, but I could do that if I wanted to. So if I go through now, I can pause at any stage, and I'm just going to stop. Okay, now when I go to play the PowerPoint, you can see that there's a recording now on these slides of me actually going through it.
And these are the things that are the latest. Computing at them.
Okay, so you can hear me narrating over the top of this thing here, and you'll see that the and so you can save that now, and you can export that as a movie file of you using PowerPoint to narrate over your slides. You can save that as a movie file and make that into a more innovative way of using PowerPoint. So there's a few tips for using the new Office 365 PowerPoint.